going on, guys? It's Shadow bringing you guys, as always, my fallback, Doflamingo. I lost dice roll and my opponent decided to go second, playing Blackbeard, which is fine with me. I obviously would prefer have gone second just so I could establish Perona and potentially another one-cost body. In this matchup, I want to flood the board as much as possible. I believe this locals was at game night. Game night is in Summit. They starting to host locals on Thursdays at 7 o'clock. Really decent crowd. It's growing little by little. If you're in the neighborhood in Summit, definitely check it out. It's a fun spot. Real good vibes. So I pass turn. I know I won't be able to use the on-plays from whatever I'm going to send out there, but at least I can swing 7 and establish a body for free. He plays My Era Begins, which allows him to grab a Blackbeard Pirates card from the top of his deck. The rest have to go to trash, so it's a good way to put it in the trash for your Burgess. Unfortunately, here for him, he does have a very tough decision to make. It's a 10-drop, a Burgess, and a Stage. Stage is a little tricky in this matchup just because you do want to find your pieces, but it's also very risky discarding and trying to find a piece that you can potentially need, because a lot of the time you're discarding your 2-cost or your 2Ks. So here he discards Van Augur, and you see the next card he would have grabbed was a Finger Pistol, which would have been very beneficial for him. And he grabs Lafitte, but he's still okay because I think he has a Black Hole and Finger Pistol in his hand anyway. So he chucks Black Hole for his leader ability, so I am unable to do any on plays, which is essentially what you want to do as Blackbeard. You want to use your leader ability every single turn, because now he prevented me from being able to establish another body with Jimbei, which if I was able to would have been busted. But he takes the life. Obviously, a lot of those swings are going to come early. So, swings 5. I counter out for 1K. Wasn't expecting a Finger Pistol. But he ends up using Finger Pistol and milling 2 cards. Them being Doc Q. And looks like another Stage card. Which honestly, I'm okay with Doc Q hitting the trash, because now it's one less card I have to worry about him being able to pop my field. And he pitches, looks like a Vasco shot, so I won't be able to do on play abilities. So at this point, I'm just playing and passing. So I established the new gate. Don't swing at his leader just because, again, I don't want him to get too many cards in hand. He's wasting cards trying to remove my stuff, which is exactly how I want it to go. But not knowing to me, he has an answer to the Weevil with another Finger Pistol. But looking at his hand right here, it looks like he has 2 Black Holes, so he's able to remove whatever he wants that I'm playing on the field. So he pitches a Black Hole, and he's looking at the top 3, and he has no option but to take the Stronger, but it's not a bad option. But having the Black Hole is another way to be able to pop bodies on the field, because it can KO a 4-cost or less. So when all else fails and he doesn't have Finger Pistols, he has that to rely on. Especially being able to remove boas. So he Finger Pistoled the Weevil, and he mills 2, which is another 2K and a Laboon. And I believe he's going to pass turn. He doesn't want to give me cards in my hand, but he's going to Lafitte search first prior, which you see nothing but 10 drops, a Doc Q, and a Burgess. And he's in a pretty tough spot because he did trash 1 of the 10 drops to trash with My Era Begins, and now he sent 2 10 drops to the bottom off that search, which now shows me that he won't be seeing a 10 drop at all this game, but I wouldn't know that during the game. But I swing my Perona into his Lafitte because I don't want to let him get more value off of it. I use my leader ability, swinging 7. He takes that hit. I establish a Law, tap 4, play out a Weevil. Basically just high rolled it, not knowing what was at the top of the deck. Or I might have known actually because of the Perona. But still, at this point, I would have forgot because I wasn't able to do my abilities like I wanted to. And was able to establish while putting a little bit of pressure and putting another body. Because now he's going to have to use 3 cards or 2 cards to even remove both bodies off the field. He's going to have to use another finger pistol or a black hole, or he's going to have to use Van Auger and Dot Q to remove just 1, while also swinging big. So he swings 7 at the law. I wanted to save it, but I don't have many cards in hand because he's not swinging at my life. So he ends up using Dot Q and Laboon to get rid of the Weevil. And I'm in a pretty rough spot at this point. So I'm finally getting the 9 Don. I think he only has 2 cards in hand, which, as you can see, it's only a Dot Q. So swing 7 at the Laboon to make sure that it clears. If it doesn't, he's going to need to give me all his cards. I use leader ability, and I end up finding a buggy at the top, which sucks, but it's something. And I play out a Gecko and a Sengoku. Really only doing that just to go wide, and I swing the Perona at the Daku. He gets a draw off it, but I'm not allowing him to be able to pop anything unless he plays it out again. And at this point, it's just basically been me trying to establish anybody that I am able to, because he has had an answer to everything I've played so far. And you see here, he sees another Dot Q and a Burgess. And the Dot Q could be beneficial to be able to remove one of the 1-drops, especially the Sengoku or the Buggy, because he can swing into one, and I think he has another one in hand. So you could definitely remove 2 bodies off Dot Q plays and swing at the other one to take the pressure off. So he's in a Dot Q, and I think he's going to choose Buggy, which kind of took me by surprise, because again, he could have just swung into the Buggy and got rid of any other one, but he Dot Qs the Perona, and this is where it was a misplay, because he was able to remove everything but Sengoku. If he would have Sengoku'd or Dot Q'd the Sengoku, he could have Dot Q'd one of the other ones. Leader swung into the last little body and then black hold. He would have been able to get rid of the whole field right there. But now the Sengoku is able to clear his Lafitte, which prevents him from searching. I swing 5 at his lead, he takes it, and I tap 4 and I play out Law, and I believe I'm going to play another 4-drop, which is Pudding, and I have 2 Don left. I don't think I have Teach in my hand, but if I did, I would have played the Teach out just to establish it at this point. Teach is probably the only card in the deck that is able to use his ability, since it is an activate main. So here he establishes a Von Auger, which will allow him to give something -3. He chooses Pudding and Dot Q's it, which in my eyes is the wrong choice, but again, he had an answer to everything right there. It did not matter which one he got, because he had the finger pistol to answer the Van Auger. So he swings 5 at my life. I take it. It's the first time he swung at me the whole game, and I'm honestly in a very bad spot. He's been able to remove anything I've played since the game started. This man just drew everything he needed. So I swing 6 at the Van Auger. It clears because he has no cards in hand. And with the last of my Don, I'm establishing a Boa, a Perona, and a Sengoku for pressure purposes. And I have 1 card in my hand left. Obviously, if I wasn't able to play a 4-drop, it has to be an event card. He establishes another Van Auger, and he's going to use that to clear the Boa, which is exactly what he needed to do. Pitches for his leader ability. He's going to use the Dot Q to pop the Perona, and I think he's going to swing at my life, which is not a bad idea. Yeah, so he swings at my life. I take it, and he passes turn. At this point, I just need to be able to get him down to 0, and I can just go for game. So I swing for 5. He takes it. And I think I'm going to swing for I think I'm gonna swing for, yeah, it looks like I'm swinging 9 at life just to guarantee that he goes all the way down to 0, and I pass. I choose not to establish any bodies this turn because now if he puts down a 10 drop, I have Perfume in hand just so I could use the event, go right past the 10 drop. But if not, if he decides to go lethal, I want to make sure I have counter, which going lethal is pretty impossible at this point, which is what he tries to do. He swings 5, I counter out with a 2k because now at this point he would have had the gun 5, 5, 5, 6. And going against Dofi, those are real bad numbers just because Dofi has a lot of counter. Some lists run up to 12 2Ks. So, real bad spot to be put in as a Blackbeard. He had answers to everything, but eventually he ran out of gas, not having anything else to play. But, no matter what he does here, I am going to be able to go past and hit him directly. So he finally finds a 10 drop, which again, at the beginning he did mill 1 to trash and sent 2 to the bottom, which is why he never found a 10 drop. But he's going to pass turn. I'm going to just swing 15. Even if he establishes a Vasco shot, I have Perfume to go in for the win. If you guys like the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below what you guys thought of the match, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.